provider, so to say, whether it is the medical or the paramedical field, for all of us, the earliest, the day after detection, if we can begin the therapy, or the day from the detection itself, that is actually what we would really want to do. So this is again an initiative where it is sensitizing a lot of population, the literal population definitely, and slowly it can get to other areas also. If you are having these kind of needs, like what you said about adoption 1 month, this speech and hearing awareness, and next week it's dyslexia. You are reaching out to such a wider population that I suppose in a period matter of time it should affect to large sections of society. Thankful to you.
I'm Maitri Sahasrapati. I have my private practice in Western Suburbs. The thing that I would just like to add on to this is we have something like a high-risk register that most of the pediatric setups maintain. As you have asked that whether the speech and language problems can be detected in home, most of the time it is not possible because it manifests at a later age maybe. But if the child is born with certain prenatal or at the time of birth if he had some problems, or immediately after birth if he had some problems, then that child can be picked up as a high-risk child who is most likely to develop some kind of developmental delays. So we have definitely these kind of registers maintained, and I'm sure most of the pediatricians also maintain something like that. You have neonatologists, so they are maintaining this. So we get a lot of reference from these kind of registers. So that is what we really rely on, because I'm working with very younger age group. Like I was just citing a case, like yesterday I got a referral about a 9-month-old baby who was diagnosed with autism. And the mother was not really convinced to give a speech therapy for a child who is just 9 months old. So normally a child at 9 months would not be talking. So it took me almost an hour to kind of just to convince her that when we talk about speech and language therapy, it's not technically talking. It's something more to that, just to build upon the prerequisites, how the child would come up with some speech and language skills later in life. That was one thing. Secondly, when we're talking about your initiative as infant parenting, I just come across a quote by the famous Hotelier Whitley Kamath. If you've seen that statue near Bandra, this is child is birth to a mother basically. The lady is not mother till the child is born. So there's actually nothing you can learn just before the child is born. So I think your website is really helping parents, because the references that we get from our older generations, some of the problems they have never even thought about that we are facing right now. So, I think this kind of an initiative is definitely helping younger parents, like, who are about my age, who are really facing this kind of, surfing internets and, logging on to some sites that they shouldn't be knowing about and things like that. I'm sure our parents never had these kind of problems any time. So, I'm really happy with this particular thing, and this is bringing up awareness, because a very wrong notion is given out when it comes to speech and language. It's just talking, but we're not just merely talking business out here. It's, sometimes we have parents saying, you have French learning classes and German learning classes, like who have this English speaking classes. We have sometimes children who the background is. Am I talking too much? They have a Hindi background at home and they want the child to learn English because they just go to English medium school. So they come to us saying कि आप उसका English ठीक कर सकते हो. We definitely come across, because speech therapy as such, they're not wrong in their approach, but that is not what we really cater to. So I think your initiative is really going to bring up that kind of awareness, and we don't spend time, kind of catering to these kind of queries where someone else can help them. Thanks so much.
I am Nyanata Poddar, and I am also a private practitioner in Powai. And I would like to add on Maitri's comment about, we are not in the business of just talking. We also, we can detect speech and language problems as early as 1 month, 2 months, depending. We have to look at all the prerequisites that are required for language learning, like hearing and attention, concentration, whether the oral structures are normal. So all those things are, are the focus in the initial years, and if they are a problem, then easily it can be speech and language delays can be detected very early, and with help they can be as normal as possible by the time they enter school, where the pressures to perform increase as they get into school.
Like the parents also come say something because we would love to hear from you. Maybe he doesn't want to be filmed, so we will not film him. We can just have him, and I think he's also. Yeah, we'll not film him, but we would love to hear from you.
Okay, continue.
Whoever wants to start.
I'm Sanjay Jain. I'm a businessman. And my child is 8 years old. And he is practiced developing from last 2 years. Now I just go to Naya Hospital. I have also same problem before 15 years. Now I'm doing well.
But, can you add as to how it helped your child or what was the chance?
We are doing practice and all that that speech therapist have told us.
Oh, you are still continuing?
Yeah, so I'm doing it.
I am Varsha Visaria. I am a housewife. My son Divin Visaria is deaf. He is profoundly deaf, and he was diagnosed when he was 9 months old. But we were misguided by our family doctor. Told us that he will talk little late and all. So we waited till he was 1. Then family doctor only asked us to meet ENT, and there we got confirmed that he is deaf. So we wasted lot of our time running to find out about this problem, because that time we were not having any resource like what you are providing today. So it's very good initiative taken by you, spreading awareness. We were totally new for this thing, so many wrong things we did, like we are not very comfortable in English language, and then also we chose this language. We were not aware how difficult it will be to learn ourselves and teach a deaf. So, but we realized it very late. So, I think so. This all awareness will help new parents to select proper thing and all. My son fortunately got good hearing aid and good guidance. That time cochlear implant was not there, so just hearing aid helped him to hear, and we made sure that he wears hearing aid all the time and all. So he got good hearing. He uses his residual hearing, and that because of that, in spite of profoundly lost, his speech is quite comprehensive. He was with special school till the age of 6. Then he was integrated in normal school, and we continued. After that, we came to Nair, and we got good guidance, and we followed whatever being told to us. And he was still he goes for speech training. Right now he is pursuing his masters at USA. There also once in a week he is following his speech training, because he feels that if somebody will remind him of the certain things what he is missing, like for sure and all, so it will be good, and he will try to use in his language.
Of parents are the ideal parents, who have really dedicated their lives for his life's progress. I mean, without their efforts, he would not have reached this level.
Yeah.
So they had totally.
We never go with a group also.
Yes.
We go along with him only. We are his friends, we are his brothers, sister, everything. But if we will go in a group, we will talk with others. We will
Actually, what is very important for this kind of children, that they should be exposed, they should be told whatever they are missing. Like, it's a part of your personality, you should know everything.
Right.
But these children they are not hearing, so they are